is Provost, and you're watching Pros Park Pass. And I'm at Universal Studios Hollywood. We all know they just opened up Mario, right? But it doesn't stop there. In today's video, I'm going to show you my 3 predictions of what Universal Studios is going to do to compete with Disneyland. In order to do this video, I had to bring in the big guns. I got Jimmy Good here. Jimmy Good has his own YouTube channel. He knows more about Universal Studios than anybody I know. He comes here more than anybody I know. He's awesome. He knows all the cool trivia facts. So we're going to talk about the things that we think that Universal Studios is going to do. I brought him along so he can either refute or put a stamp of approval on my theories. Let's get to it. So in the next 5 years, Universal Studios Hollywood is going to make some significant changes. I mean, massive changes. We're not talking like we're going to put a little topiary and then call it good. They're going to do some massive changes here to compete with Disneyland. Now, some of these we do know. Some of this is going to be speculation. But let's go through it and figure out what they're going to be doing in the next 5 years to compete with Disneyland. Before we get to the changes that's going to happen here at Universal Studios Hollywood, let's talk about things I know it's not going to change. A while ago, I was able to sit down with a pretty higher up person from Universal Studios Hollywood, and they sat down and told me some cool facts about Universal Studios Hollywood. They told me they know that if their guests when they come to this park do these 3 things, they're going to leave happy. So I don't think they'll ever change these 3 things. Number 1, the tram tour. Number 2, Waterworld. And number 3, Jurassic Park. They know that if people come and do those 3 things, they're going to leave having a really good experience. So I don't think that those are going to be touched. Those are going to be staying for a long time. Because of that, let's go ahead and take a quick little peek at the tram tour. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a tram that takes you around a tour of the whole studio.
Just so you know, a little clarification. It's not Jurassic Park Chris talking about. He's talking about Jurassic World. So that's what he meant to say.
That's why I have Jimmy here. He's like, you said Jurassic Park, it's Jurassic World. Right. They're not going to be changing that. We're doing the tram. This is really fun. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on like what they have going on. They take you through different movie studios, different lots. They have like a little interaction things. You do need 3D glasses. It's fun. It's very fun. According to Jimmy, the best cart to sit in is the last cart. So the tram, there's 4 of them. Get the 4th one if you can.
Here's the new Mario Land. Close to a lot of people on the tram.
We're going to go in King Kong right now.
The character and personality of Kong, and he's so much more.
We're inside King Kong.
They had to use their feet to get them to work. There's a car that they made fly in Harry Potter. We have some vehicles from the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World films, including a gyrosphere that was designed and built specifically for the cars
from the very first Jurassic Park.
In the Jurassic Park.
This is the storm.
This is how easy it is to make a storm.
Lights up there flash for a bit.
The problem with this special effect, we do it all day. Every time a tram stops here, it rains. All the water's recycled, but the set is built on a hill.
Here comes the flood.
Uh-oh.
This is the main courtyard
They're hunting down the
where they
monsters.
do all the different monster movies.
There's a house on the left side of the tram. Nobody lives.
Oh my gosh,
Hold
that
on.
poster says shake well.
That's
It's
an
almost like
earthquake.
foreshadowing.
Everybody, hang on.
is
phone.
the
Guess
subway's
what
going back.
happened in the episode? There was an earthquake. Shark
just
out there. We haven't
refurbished
caught
this.
that one yet.
This is the Jaws part.
It's coming towards us. No, mister, this beach is closed. There's a shark swimming towards you. Are you okay? The shark ate him. Yay! This is a pretty old dock that we're driving across. This is very slippery. Everybody please remain seated. The shark took the dock. It went back underwater. I don't see it. Oh, I see it. I see it.
Oh my gosh!
We were just attacked by police.
This is the only
So
shark
what
in the
they
world that can
used
swim
for
backwards.
Most of the film was just the shark's back. We're gonna
Bates
stop
Hotel from
here
Psycho.
because we want to give you time to take some pictures of the house from Psycho. You get a picture of Norman carrying a dead what? Norman Bates. People just saw you do that. You have a knife. Norman, don't stab people on the tram. Get the person on the golf cart following us. They're trying to get a free tour. Norman, don't stab people. I will tell your mother.
This is
Behind
the Psycho
Norman's
house right
home,
here.
There's a set of a crashed airplane in a destroyed neighborhood. This is a set that was built for War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
Now, as we exit the set of War of the Worlds, this is where our quiet zone is going to start. I am going to have to turn off the sound for a little while for the filming of Killing It, a comedy series on the Peacock Network.
We're going into Jupiter's Claim. This is from the movie Nope, which Amanda and I really enjoyed. You hear sounds as you come in. What are we going to go into, Jimmy?
Oh, we're gonna go into Fast and Furious Supercharged, the greatest portion. Oh wait, actually no, we are bypassing it apparently because they heard me talking about it.
Oh, we don't get any Fast and Furious Supercharged. Jimmy says it's the worst part of the tour. He says everything else is great, but he says that's just the part where I didn't catch on video because Jimmy told me right as we're driving by it.
Sorry.
But as we're going by, so I kind of saw this thing. Jimmy's like, look at the window. There's a window with all this dust, and if you can see it, there's a signature on the window. It says Brad Pitt was here. We don't know if it was really Brad Pitt who did it, but it's something cool that Jimmy pointed out to me. So
Yeah.
I like to think he was here.
Yeah, he was here.
All right, that's done. He did it. Jimmy, we need to sit down and talk about our first prediction of what's going to happen here at Universal Studios.
Yes.
Because in 2028, something big happens here, particularly in this area that we're walking in right now.
Yes.
The Simpsons. In 2028, the Universal Studios, they lose their rights to The Simpsons at the end of that year.
Yeah.
Guess who owns The Simpsons now? So it used to be owned by Fox, right?
Yes, that's true.
and now it's owned by Disney. So Universal Studios is going to have to negotiate with Disney in order for them to keep The Simpsons. But Jimmy has a plan. Let's find out the plan. Before we get to Jimmy's plan, I was going to show you, this is the Simpsons land. This is Krusty Land. This is the Simpson ride. The Simpsons ride goes in here. It's a motion simulator. You kind of go up and down. You got lots of like little games over here, little carnival games, the Quickie Mart. Over here you got Cleaner's Chicken Shack, Aztec Itchy and Scratchy Movie, Springfield Nuclear Power Plant. Sometimes that erupts, you can see steam. Now looking over there, you see that's Hogwarts. That's important. Just keep that in mind for just a moment. We'll come back to that. But as you can see, right over here you got Moe's, you got Sideshow Bob escaping out. It is a very well-themed area. It is really well-themed, guys. You got Moe's Bars, Springfield up there, Springfield Penitentiary right downtown, which happens to be right next to Springfield Elementary, Penitentiary Elementary School right next to each other. But one of my favorites over here, we got the Duff Beer Garden, and they have the 7 emotions of drinking Duff beer. Sleazy, queasy, surly, tipsy, dizzy, remorseful, I love remorseful, and edgy. Those are the different emotions you get when you're drinking Duff beer, Jimmy.
Obviously.
Obviously. Right? And I just think it's awesome how the penitentiary is right next to the schoolhouse. They're touching. So here we are, we're in Moe's Bar and Tavern here in Springville, and let's talk about what is probably going to happen with The Simpsons. Because in 2028, at the end of that year, Universal is going to lose the rights to it.
Yes.
And then at that point, they were negotiating with Fox, but now they're going to have to negotiate with Disney. Do you think Disney's going to let them keep Simpsons, or are they going to like say, hey, it's over?
So my thinking is that
Yeah.
that's not going to happen. I don't think Universal's going to want to keep The Simpsons.
You think that they're ready to move
Yeah.
on? Okay.
And here's my thinking, all right,
All right, let's hear
everybody?
it.
There's a chance Disney might want Simpsons for themselves to put in one of their parks. Maybe. I don't know where you'd put it. It's a weird choice, a weird call.
Whoa, that's crazy.
2 words for you. Hollywood Studios.
All right. Continuing on.
Yes. So my thought, though, is what would they replace it with, right?
Yeah, so that's the thing. So you're saying Simpsons is gone. Now they have all this property here. What are they going to replace it with?
So as Chris was mentioning before, you saw Hogwarts in the background. I really believe that Diagon Alley in some form will come here and replace Springfield. It won't be 1-to-1 because Diagon Alley's huge, right?
Right, down
It's
in
massive.
Florida is massive.
It's massive. But I still think that Diagon Alley in some form will come
So
here.
you're saying that they're going to move Diagon Alley here
Yeah.
to where the Simpsons is, and then they'll have the Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, just like what they do in Florida.
Yes. The only kind of weird thing about it is that we have the Hogwarts Express over here that you can kind of see.
Yeah.
But it would be kind of hard to wrap that. They'd have to find a way to wrap it in so that way like the train kind of looked like it was going into Diagon Alley.
They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out. They're really good. Universal's really smart about this stuff. So
So-
yeah, I can see it happening.
Okay, so that's the first prediction. Simpsons gone, and then they're gonna move in Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
All right, okay,
Yeah.
we'll see. All right. Guys, here we are. We're Barney and I hanging out. We're gonna do the love tester. Testing me love. Right or left-handed?
Right.
Lovelorn. All right, left-handed. Come on, left.
Oh.
Casanova.
We'll just edit this so Amanda only sees that last one.
Right, exactly. We're gonna do the love tester. Left-handed. Come on, left. All right, so here's an attraction that's definitely not going to change. It's Waterworld. This is a very popular attraction if you're coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. I highly recommend it. Even if you haven't seen the movie, this is still a very enjoyable stunt show. One of the best stunt shows out there. I mean, like, top tier. Top tier. So this is not going to be changing. We're taking a little break. We're going to see the Kung Fu Panda, and Jimmy says that we're in the very best seats. Let me show you. Back row center. You can't get any backer. This is as far as it goes. Jimmy says this is the best, so let's do this. Well, that was very fun and entertaining. They used the screen, they used the walls, there's other kind of things, the chairs are rumbling around. I quite enjoyed it. Now, let's go move on to the number 2 thing we think that Universal Studios is going to do. So here is the number 2 thing that Universal is going to do to compete with Disneyland. You see this right here, this Production Central. This used to be an animal actor stage, and right here is like a special effects show. They've closed both of those shows. They're going to tear down these buildings, and we've done a little bit of research, and they are going to have
a roller coaster here. Now, it's unconfirmed, but they've filed a permit for a drifting car roller coaster. A lot of people are saying it's going to be Fast and Furious. Now, with the closures of both of these shows and Production Central as a shop, there's a lot of real estate. However, the roller coaster is going to start up here, probably going to go down to the lower lot, and then come back up to the upper lot, because we're on the top or side of a hill or mountain right now.
And it's called the patent that we discovered is a drifting roller coaster where the cars drift. What does that sound like?
I know. So if it's not Fast and Furious, I don't know what else it will be. Chris was saying, do you think it'll be like Tokyo Drift? And, you know, that would be amazing. I don't think it'll be Japan, but that would be pretty cool if
it's going to be Fast and Furious, so they're going to have a huge roller coaster. It's going to start here, and I'll show you where it's going to go. So this next section here, this is pure speculation here. This is from Jimmy's ideas and thoughts. These are the buildings that we saw. We saw the front of them, the special effects show, and the animal actors area. Those are now going to be closed. They're going to turn this into, he believes that'll probably be like the loading area for the drift roller coaster. Okay, so this is the back of that building's there. And we think, this is just projection, this is just speculation at this point. We think that you're gonna be loading up the roller coaster, we think is gonna go down here, and it's gonna go down the lower lot. And you'll be doing a lot of drifting, curves, whatever. It's gonna probably be a pretty major roller coaster, very fast, maybe a little bit furious, and with a little bit of drifting in it, going up and down from up here, down here. You guys heard it here first. Now the reason that Jimmy thinks this is Universal Studios Hollywood, they applied for a permit to analyze all the soil down here in this area. And the reason they need to analyze the soil is because they don't want you to stay here in the footprint of those buildings. They want to be able to put like struts up and pylons to support a roller coaster. They have to have the soil samples, all that done beforehand. So Jimmy's done his homework. I mean, this is like a big time. Like, I mean, he's looking for soil samples, and it's gonna be happening right here, guys. What do you think? You think it's Tokyo Drift?
That would be great. There's a lot of, I don't think it's gonna be that, but still, I would love to see it. The other thing is too, they've got to clear the studio tram tours here, the Starware, the escalators are here. There's a lot of stuff they have to do over and under and around, so there's a lot they'd have to do to make this work. I still think it can happen with Universal. Let's do it, come on.
Let's do it, Universal!
Yes.
Ahoy hoy everyone, Jimmy here. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I wanted to do this for just a quick second. If you want to help my friend Chris out, please consider checking out his Patreon, Provost Park Pass. It is fantastic, and for as little as $3 a month, you can ask them anything. On their Sunday night Q&A, he and Amanda will answer anything you have, questions about Disney, Universal, homework, existential life quandaries, anything you might want to ask them. It's fantastic, it supports them, and again, I wanted to do this, so if you can do that, please consider checking out. And if you can't do that, just leave a like or share the video, which, by the way, that brings something up. Did you leave a like on the video yet? Okay, good, all right. That was so much fun to do. Anyway, back to the video.
All right, so now I'm gonna go down to the lower lot. I'm gonna show you one area that we think that will never change, and then one area that we think they're gonna change. This is hot. This next area, the Fast and Furious, the drift. We're fairly confident that's happening. This next thing that we're gonna predict is gonna happen. This is pure speculation. Let's do this. Here's one thing that's not going to change. That's Jurassic World. It is, according to Jimmy, the best.
Oh, it's the best.
So this is Jurassic World. That's not going to change. Right now they're doing a yearly refurbishment on it, just kind of updating it, getting ready to go. But this is going to be here for a long, long time. You guys, I have to show you this. This is they're doing the retheming, and Jimmy's like, yeah, check this out, because he loves this so much. He's like, this is so cool. This is so cool.
So cool.
He loves this because if you look at the pipe that goes underwater, you see that this is normally filled with water, right? The pipe is painted brown. And then it's painted like a little tan, brown, and then green kind of for when it's underwater. So that pipe is hidden when it's filled with water.
Attention, devil's in the details. I love it.
Way to go, Universal. My friend Sarah opened up a blouse business. It's called Try Sarah's Tops.
That sounds like a good clothing business. Try Sarah's Tops?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Try Sarah's Tops.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
They gotta be careful or they'll be visited by the Try Sarah cops.
Oh yeah, Sarah Bottoms.
Try Sarah Bottoms. I can appreciate it. Yeah,
Sorry,
I know.
sorry.
You know what? I've been around dinosaurs my entire life, so. Have you seen her before?
Oh. What happens when Juliet works out? What? She gets dinosaur.
She gets dinosaur. You know what? You have to have a good sense of humor working on the island because, you know, you never know when it's going to be your last day at work.
This is the third thing we think that the Universal Studios is going to do to compete with Disney. And if they do pull us off, whoa, boy, howdy. I'll tell you right now. The Mummy. Let's talk about it. Jimmy has not found any patents yet and no soil samples.
No.
So we're just speculating. This is 100% Jimmy's theory.
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, so let's keep this under wraps because this is about the mummy. Okay?
Under wrap.
I dusted that one off for you. You know what I mean?
He wants his mummy.
I know, but the sands of time are going, so here we go. Anyway, the mummy. First off, I want to say I wanted to stay because I do really enjoy this attraction.
Yep.
I rode this one before the one in Orlando. I like the one in Orlando too, but this one's got my heart weirdly.
Okay, yeah.
But if they ever change this, I would say that they would overlay it with Jurassic World, making it a smaller version of the Velocicoaster. It's not going to be the same. I would imagine the same ride track.
So you're saying same ride track, just
ride
re-theming, re-skinning it to a Velocicoaster.
That's my...
That way it goes down here with the Jurassic World theming.
Yes.
And you think that's what they're going to do?
I think maybe because Jurassic World is still such a big thing.
Yeah.
And the Mummy, I love it, but I just feel like the epic universe stuff with the monsters they're doing in Orlando, we'll see how that goes because I want them to make an actual dark ride with all those monsters.
Yeah, the classics.
But right now, I don't know. I want Mummy to stick around, but I can see them doing that.
Here we go. Next 5 years, you guys, you're going to see this turn into a mini Velocicoaster. You heard it here first. Jimmy came up with that one. I'm going to try to walk up these stairs, guys. Let's walk them up. This might have been a mistake. Anyways, I just want to take a quick little second to talk to you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. And I know a lot of you might be thinking, you're not talking to me. But guess what? I am talking to you. I just want you to know that I think you are amazing. I think you're awesome. And you are doing good things in the world. Now, no matter what's going on in your world, you know, some of you might be suffering right now with some type of medical issue. Some of you might be in a bad or difficult relationship. Some of you might be struggling at your job, or school might be difficult for you. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person, or it doesn't mean anything like that. I just want you to know it's going to get better. You deserve it, and things will get better for you. Don't forget that. The world's better because you are here. Whew. I'm winded. That's a lot of steps. It's got little counters on it. It says I've done 135 steps. Anyways, you are amazing. Don't forget that. And no matter what's going on, just remember, you have a friend in Provost Park Pass. Oh my gosh, I'm winded. Let's see here. 155 steps. There's Jimmy. I thought we just kind of go in here to Hogsmeade and just kind of check it out for a quick second, guys. We have to do it. All right, guys. Here's a secret that Jimmy just showed me. You know when you come into Hogsmeade, you have like a wand. You can use a wand. They have little plaques on the ground, and you do these different wands, and things will happen. Well, guess what? They give you a map, and there's like 11 of them there. But there's actually 13. There's 2 that are not on the map. I'm going to show you those right now. But unfortunately, I don't have my wand here. But I'll show you where they are. There's Jimmy. So so we just barely came in. Here's the clock tower. This is now, keep in mind, this is in California, but there's one down here. It says Incendio, which is fire. If you stand right here, you have to aim right there in that box. That's what you're aiming for right there. See what's that? That's what you're aiming for. If you do it correctly, fire will shoot out of the chimney, which I didn't know because I don't have my wand. I wish I did. And then the other one that's not on a map that you don't know unless you come right here, what Jimmy's so effortlessly showing us is right here is this Alohomora. It means unlock, and you do it right there. That's what you're aiming for, is right there in that lantern. But if you do that it'll unlock the doors, like, and smoke will fire out. And Jimmy says there's 3 different unlocking mechanisms that happen depending on who does it. So there you go. The more you know. How do you think the author of Harry Potter gets down a hill? Walking. J.K. Rowling. See, that's a play on her name. Can I ask you some questions? You know Frankenstein monster. Who's stronger? Obviously, intellectually, you're superior.
Right. Well, I would say because I'm a necromancer.
Yeah.
Almost a wizard, as you wearing your sleeve.
Exactly, yes. Of course.
I would say ultimately I'm stronger. The intellect does take a part of it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Do we want to include the mummy in the conversation or just keep him under wraps?
No, he might
You can, exactly. Yes. We can always count on you for a good joke.
Yeah, we can always count on you.
Yeah. No.
Thank you, folks at home. Don't forget, Dracula is #1.
Yes, I love it. Frankenstein's monster came and gave him a hug. Aww. That's beautiful. Aww. Aww. That's jolly.
All day to meet you.
That's what happens. Friend.
Look, we got the quartet.
Aw.
Invisible Man.
You're right here.
Let me see if I can find this one. This will make your day.
It will?
You love all of us. Yes,
I do.
Find it. Oh, it might be in the other pocket. This magic pocket. Yes, look.
Oh.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle, baby.
Got the bride and Frankenstein on
Of course. They're fantastic.
It's Chris, right?
Yes, it's Chris. Thank you so much. Highlight of my day, right here.
Aww.
Thank you so much. We must be heading back to the castle, though.
Yes. Bye, guys. Bye.
I went to Universal Studios with my friend. We had fun. We saw things that were really cool. How they're gonna compete with Disneyland. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. Universal Studios is amazing. Amazing.